Hi there, gorgeous, and a very happy Frugal Friday to you. If this is the first video you've seen from me, welcome. I make videos like this every Friday, reviewing drugstore makeup and affordable products, so please subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos in the future. I'm reviewing a new brush set from you from Bad Habit Beauty today. This is an eye brush set. It contains 8 brushes total for a price of $24. You can also buy each of these brushes individually at $4 a piece. The bristles are made from synthetic fibers, the handles are made from acrylic, and they have aluminum ferrules. So what I'll be doing today is showing you each of these brushes up close. I'll give you a review for each one individually, and I'm also showing you a demonstration of how to use it and what it looks like in applying an eyeshadow up close. Also, I want to mention in the tutorial portion where I'm showing you how each of these brushes perform, I'm using the Milani Most Loved Mattes eyeshadow palette. So if you want to recreate the look that I'm creating as part of this demonstration, I'll have each of the eyeshadows I'm using somewhere in the screen pop up, so if you want to recreate the look, you can easily do so. I forgot to mention in the beginning too that Bad Habit Beauty is a cruelty-free brand for those who may not be aware, and each of these brushes is labeled 1 through 8, so I will be referencing them with those numbers as I'm describing them in detail and showing you the application with them. Beginning with the number 3 brush, this is a small crease brush and it's used for applying eyeshadow into the crease. And what I will tell you about this brush is it picks up a lot more eyeshadow than you would expect it to. So when you're using this with any eyeshadow, a little bit in the brush. Otherwise, you can end up applying way too much, which was what my problem was with this brush initially. And when I figured out that it picked up so much product, I adjusted the amount that it did pick up, and then I ended up really liking it. So soft too. I have to tell you that all these brushes are incredibly soft against the skin. It feels like you're using air to apply your eyeshadow. I mean, this is the kind of brushes that will make you want to fall asleep, honestly. Just don't fall asleep and apply makeup at the same time. It actually happened to me one time. Back when I used to do bridal makeup, I did make a bride fall asleep. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Moving on, next brush I wanted to share with you is the number 2 Fluffy Crease Brush. And they designed this brush to be more of a blending brush, although it also says that you can use this to apply eyeshadow into the crease. I personally found this brush to be much too big for my eye shape in particular, and if you had bigger eyes, this might be a really great crease brush for you. When I used it as a blending brush, it didn't work as well as what I like to have in a blending brush. I like my blending brushes to be much more dense, so I get a more controlled blend, whereas I felt like this brush was a little too floppy. It wasn't as stable as I would have liked. So as a crease brush, it's great if you have big eyes, but as a blending brush, it's not the best. I have 2 brushes I want to share with you next, and I'll mention them together because they are very similar between the two, and you use a very similar application method with both of them. And that is the number 1 brush and the number 6 brush. The number 1 brush is a small shader brush, and you would use this to pack powder, loose pigment, glitter onto the eyes. It can also be used for concealer application. The number 6 brush is one that you would use to pack eyeshadows onto the lid and build color. It also makes the eyeshadows look very diffused on the eyes. So I wanted to try these eyeshadow brushes on both eyes using the same eyeshadow to see the difference in application between the two. With the number 1 brush, I noticed a lot more fallout on my face than I would have liked to have seen. The brush did not hold the pigment in as well as I would have liked. I also noticed a much harsher application. The eyeshadow was very strong and intense. The number 6 brush, it created a more diffused effect on the eye. It was a lighter application. It was more smoky looking. It blended in more evenly, and I didn't have any fallout with this brush either. I feel like both of these brushes serve the same function, so you don't really need both. And if I were going to pick between the two, I would go for the number 6 over the number 1 personally. The number 5 brush is a flat crease brush, and this can be used to apply eyeshadow onto the lid, the outer V, into the crease. It's a great brush for all areas of the eye, and I found the application with this one to be absolutely absolutely phenomenal. Very easy to blend eyeshadow with this brush. It gave me no trouble whatsoever. Number 7 is a Smudger Brush. This is a much smaller brush compared to all the ones I've shown you recently, and you can use this one for applying eyeshadow or liner to the upper lash line or the lower lash line. You can also use it as an inner corner highlight brush. And the way that I'm showing you how to use it here is as an eyeliner. So I took a little bit of eyeshadow from the Milani palette and used it to line the upper lash line, and it works extremely well like that. This may end up being my go-to brush for that method in particular because I really love the final look after using that brush to apply eyeshadow on my lash line. Number 8 is an eyeliner brush. You can use this to apply powder or gel liner to the lash line. You can also use it to fill in the brows or line the lower lash line. And that's the way I'm showing you how to use it here, is to line the lower lash line with eyeshadow. It's a very precise application. And I did test it a little bit later with gel eyeliner, and I really love the application with a gel eyeliner in this brush too. It's a very sharp line, easy to control, easy to apply the product. It's not rough and scratchy against the skin either. Number 4 is a pencil brush, and you can use this one in a variety of different ways. The lash line, outer corners, or the crease. It's really up to you. I typically use a pencil brush to apply eyeshadow on the lower lash line, and so that's the way that I'm using it here. I did not care for this pencil brush in particular because I felt like it was too small for my taste. I typically go for the Sigma E30 pencil brush because it's a little bigger by comparison and the bristles have more movement than this one does. It's a little stiffer by comparison. Still soft, but more tightly packed. And so it's a personal preference thing. Overall, I feel like you're given an excellent quality product here with the Bad Habit beauty brushes. The only 3 that I did not care for personally are numbers 1, 2, and 4. The other 5, very happy, thrilled, over the moon with, and absolutely love. It's more of a personal preference with these. They're not bad quality. They are not the best that I've ever used, put it that way. There are better brushes out there than these 3. Let me know what you think about the Bad Habit beauty brushes. If you've tried them out, feel free to share your experience below. And I really hope that you found this helpful today if this is a brand that you have been considering or a new product that you wanted to see a review on. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I want to wish you a wonderful weekend ahead. Very happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I don't know if I got to mention it in Wednesday's video, but just wanted to say I hope all of you are enjoying Black Friday. If you're sleeping in, God bless you, good for you. I'm probably not. I'm probably chasing kids right now, or I should say kid and watching baby. So I'm having a great day more than likely, and I hope that you are too. Have a wonderful weekend ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.